This week, the Houston Texans take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this game will determine if the Texans will be 0-3 or 1-2. And to be honest, I 100% want to be more 0 or 1-2 than 0-3. And I think it's a very good possibility that the Texans go 1-2 and they win this game. Last week, the Steelers struggled with Jeff Driscoll. Is that going to happen this week? We don't know. Now, the injury report for this game for the Steelers guard David DeCastro, he this is as of Thursday, September 24th. So some of these guys might practice tomorrow, but this is just the injury report. David DeCastro full with the knee. Ben Roethlisberger not injury related full. Deontay Johnson Achilles full. Juju Smith-Schuster knee did not practice. Juju Smith-Schuster has been missing practice for the past 2 days, so that's something huge. Marquise Pouncey not injury related full. Stephon Tuitt not injury related full. Tyson Alalu knee full. Cameron Hayward not injury related full, and J.C. Hassener ankle full. Juju Smith-Schuster might not play in this game, and Deontay Johnson didn't practice yesterday with an Achilles injury, so I don't know. Now for the Texans, Brandon Cooks quad limited, running back Duke Johnson ankle limited, inside linebacker Peter Kalambaye hamstring limited, Laremy Tunsil elbow limited, Cullen Gillespie concussion full, and J.J. Watt groin full, and Titus Howard ankle full. So all these guys will play. The only guy I could see not playing in this game is maybe Peter Kalambaye, but everybody else I think will be able to play in this game. But yeah, now going on to the matchups. Let's start off with the Steelers offense versus the Texans defense. The Steelers have a very inconsistent running game. James Conner did a great job filling in a few years ago, back in 2018, for Le'Veon Bell, who was holding out at the time. But he's just not been good ever since. He's been fighting for every yard. He's been injured. He's just not been a good back. The Steelers last week, he struggled. I know the stat sheet will tell you 11 carries for 106 yards, which means he averaged I don't know, maybe, what was it? I think he averaged that means he averaged about 10 yards per carry, but 53 of those, I believe, came off of a last play part of the game where Connor just broke one big because one of the offensive linemen had a great push. So I don't expect Connor to do that great. Now, Benny Snell, that's a different story. Benny Snell, he's been okay. He's not been great by any means, but he hasn't been garbage either. He's been a decent back for the Steelers. But still, I don't see Benny Snell being able to do that much. Now, they do have Jalen Samuels. He's same thing with Benny Snell. He's been an okay back. Great receiving back. Running back. He's okay, but he's a great receiving back. The Steelers last year were just very hurt. None of their players on offense, at least, were playing at all. So, I mean, you can't really blame them for that. So the Steelers' offense so far this year has been okay, but look who are they playing: Denver and the New York Giants. Those aren't great defenses, especially when you put into the fact that Von Miller and AJ Boye weren't playing versus Steelers last week. So the Steelers' offense hasn't been very great at all. Now, the passing game. Like I said, Juju Smith-Schuster and Deontay Johnson both might not play in this game, but I'm not gonna be that guy and say they don't play and to take my predictions off of that. I'm gonna say they play. Both of them play, and I don't think the Texans can shut them down, but I think it's just gonna be like last week. Like maybe Juju Smith-Schuster has like 4 catches and 50 yards, and Deontay Johnson has like 3 catches and 50 yards, and James Washington has like 3 catches for 30 yards, and Chase Claypool, who they just drafted, who's been having a great season so far. I think against New York, he had a great catch, and then he just busted one for the touchdown last week. So maybe he has like 2 catches for 25 yards. I expect it to be just like Baltimore's game. Now, someone who terrifies me? Not the receivers. The receivers don't terrify me. Someone who does terrify me, Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron is just like Mark Andrews. If the Texans stopped Mark Andrews last week, they could stop Eric Ebron. In my opinion, Eric Ebron is just like a little bit, a tiny tier below Mark Andrews. I still think he's a very good tight end, but definitely not as good as Mark Andrews. But Ebron's still a very good tight end. He still terrifies me. They also have another tight end. What's his name? McDonald. He's okay too. So Ben Roethlisberger has a lot of weapons to work with. But the Texans' defensive line should be able to handle the run game because the Texans usually tend to stop the run quite well. Now, pass rush wise, that's a whole different story. I don't think that the Texans can get much pressure anywhere but the right tackle position. That's where the Texans have to take advantage because Banner, their right tackle, I think he tore his ACL. He's going to miss this season, or at least going to miss this game. He's already marked out. Yeah. So, I just think the Texans have to take advantage there. Maybe put J.J. Watt on the right tackle or put Jacob Martin on the right tackle. Like somebody, because they're going to win that matchup against a backup. David DeCastro, of course, he's going to play this game. He's probably not going to allow Brennan Dunn to do anything. Their center, Marquise Pouncey, he's really, really good. I expect him not to let whoever he's going on do anything. I don't know who their other guard is, like their left guard. I think it's Feeler. He's okay too. And then, of course, the left tackle position, they have Alejandro Villanueva, who, in my opinion, is a very good tackle. Whitney Merciless is probably going to be neutralized. But, yeah, I just don't think the Texans' defense will let that much up. The tight ends that do scare me. Well, not really McDonald, but Eric Ebron definitely scares me. But yeah, really the Steelers' offense doesn't really scare me that much. I think Weaver will be able to stop Pittsburgh. Now, moving on to the other side of the ball. The Texans' offense versus the Steelers' defense. Let's start off with the run game. David Johnson, I expect him to have another meh day, like 50 yards maybe, and then like 20 receiving, like 70 yards from scrimmage. Not a terrible day, but not a good day either. Like, I expect David Johnson to be meh. Now, the Texans' offensive line versus Steelers' pass rush. TJ Watt, Bud Dupree, Cam Hayward, Stephon Tuitt. Those are the main pass rushers for the Steelers. Two of them, I really don't see them being scary. One of them will just blow this game up. Bud Dupree, I think he's going to be going against Laramie Tunsil. He's not going to win that matchup. He'll win it sometimes. He'll bring the pressure sometimes, but not all the time. TJ Watt, he's going against Titus Howard. He's not going to win that matchup a lot either. So, but yeah. Cameron Hayward is going to be destroying Zach Fulton. And Deshaun Watson, if he wants to win this game, he's got to dump it off quickly. He's got to throw quick passes. He can't hold on to the ball forever like he usually does. He can't do that. Now, the passing game, well, let's start off with the running backs trying to catch the ball. The Steelers have a very, very good linebacker that's going to be a star in this league, in my opinion. I already think he's a star, but I think he's going to be one of the best linebackers in the league. The guy I'm talking about is Devin Bush. Was a rookie last year. He was really, really good. I expect him to be really, really good this year. Yeah, I don't think David Johnson can do that much. Maybe like 3 catches, 20 yards, like I said before. Duke Johnson, same thing. Duke Johnson plays. That is, if he plays, because it was limited, so I don't know if he's gonna play. I expect him to play though. Now the passing game. The Steelers have Joe Hayden, who in my opinion is a shutdown corner, a little bit older, but in my opinion, as long as he's healthy, he's a shutdown corner. Steven Nelson was a good corner for the Steelers. Steven Nelson's solid, nothing special, but he's definitely not terrible. He's a solid corner. Mike Hilton, solid as well. Mike Hilton is the thing with Mike Hilton. That makes him not look like the best corners is because Mike Hilton is really not your typical corner. He's 5'9", so Mike Hilton is short, so receivers can snag on him. But yeah, I don't think Mike Hilton and Steven Nelson can really shut down the Texans receivers. Joe Hayden, I could see him limiting them, but I don't think he can shut them down either. Yes, he's a great corner, but our receivers are really, really good. As far as the tight ends go, yeah, Jordan Akins might do some things. But what's his name? Fells is not going to do anything because we all know Fells, not a good tight end at all. But yeah, I just don't think that the Steelers receivers can stop the Texans, or DBs can stop the Texans receivers. Now, as far as my score predictions goes to this game, I am going 23-13 Texans win. Now, my original score to this game, I thought it was going to be 19-9 Texans win. But now that I think about it, I don't think the Steelers can hold Deshaun Watson to 19 points. Yeah, they're still a very good defense, a top 3 defense, but I don't think they can do that. I don't think that Ben Roethlisberger is only going to score like 9 points. I think 23-13 is way more realistic, but I honestly don't think the Steelers will too much. I don't think the Steelers will ever be in this game. Like, yeah, the score is only going to be by 10 points, but I don't think the Steelers will ever be in this game. I think it's going to be like 3-0 Texans, 10-0 Texans, 10-3 Texans, 13-3 Texans, and the Steelers go and get a field goal and then another field goal, and yeah, I just don't think the Steelers will ever be in this game. I think it's always going to be more than 8 points that they're down by. I just don't think the Steelers can really compete with the Texans. I mean, they struggle against Jeff Driscoll, and I don't know, man. I'm not getting over that them struggling against Jeff Driscoll. I don't think they can contain Deshaun Watson. So I think the Texans finally get a win and go to 1-2. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for my video. See you guys in my next video.